are together again on the radio. Coming to work today, it took me a while to get out of my car. Not because I was listening to Kay White, waiting for the latest Tom Petty song to end, no. By the way, did you see they chose call letters for that station? They finally chose the call letters. K-L-A-N is going to be the call letters. K-L-A-N. K-L-A-N. Don't look at me like that. You're like, what does that stand for? K-L-A-N. If you had a station called K-White, K-L-A-N would be a good set of call letters. I think that's brilliant. You just got that? Maybe if you got, by the way, if you are the 100.3rd caller to call in, you will get a free hood and a sheet with a K-White logo on it. Very exciting. Whitest place on the dial. Ah, yes. A station that will not be celebrating diversity this year. Yes. But nonetheless, the reason I couldn't get out of the car is because I was on the phone with a friend of mine and getting very agitated. Because this friend of mine is in one of these relationships where he is just being beaten up. He's like a beaten dog. And he's being told all the time that everything he does is wrong. He doesn't take the garbage out, or he doesn't take the garbage out on time. Those two alternate. And even if he takes the garbage out, he's supposed to take it out at the precise time that he's ordered to do so. He also doesn't help enough around the house. That's what he's been told. When he does help around the house, it's half-hearted and he is not into it. These are all the things that he's been told by his shrill, shrieking shrew of a ball-busting bitch of a wife. And he, of course, and this is why these kinds of people end up together, he, of course, is the ultimate doormat. He sits, he takes it. She complains constantly. Now, of course, my point of view is that he should dump that bitch, and I told him so. Dump her. Today. But I really do believe these are the ultimate marriages here, where the doormat marries the bottom of somebody's shoe. It's a perfect marriage. She likes to beat the crap out of whoever she's in a relationship with, and he's a goddamn punching bag. So it's a marriage made in heaven. But here's what I have to say to somebody like this who's constantly complaining. And this is what blows me away. And this is why I have used my line for years with great success when I have been in relationships where the woman starts complaining about me. Why can't she just get up and leave? If he is that incompetent, if he is that unfeeling, if he is that unwilling to participate, unwilling to help out, unwilling to change, unwilling to listen, whatever it is that she thinks he is, isn't it amazing that she doesn't just get up and leave? If it's that bad, why don't you get up and leave, honey? Just get up, grab your Hello Kitty suitcase, fill it up with all the crap you've been buying all these years out of his paycheck, and just get the hell out. The attorneys will sort out the selling of the house and the splitting of the proceeds and everything. But my God, if this guy is so bad, why are you still there yelling at him? This is the part I don't get. Women love yelling at us. Women love critiquing us. Women love criticizing us. They love it. They're complaining, but in reality, they're like a pig in slop. And many of them look like pigs in slop, too. I want to tell you right now, they're floral print stretch pants, waddling around with all that fupa and those sloppy, little drooling little crumb crunchers they've created. I mean, seriously, sweetheart, if he doesn't take the garbage out to your liking, if it's that much of a problem that you have to be such a ball-busting bitch every day, day in and day out, why don't you teach him a lesson and get the hell out? You'll never get the hell out because you love kicking the crap out of him. There's men listening to me right now who get the crap kicked out of them. And they just feel trapped. They feel like they can't leave. But these women don't want to leave because there's nothing they like better than demeaning somebody and making them feel low, making them feel incompetent, making them feel like crap. There are actually sadists out there who get married so they can tell somebody how wrong they are, how stupid they are, how stupid their friends are, how incompetent they are at everything. You get a lousy job. You don't make enough money. You're stupid. You make stupid jokes. You don't know how to mop the floor. You're an idiot. Boys, if you are in this position, think for a minute, why doesn't she just leave? And the line I used to use when I started getting that kind of lip was, you know where the door is, use it. If you think I am that bad, get out. You know how many times they actually left when I said that? None. None. Because they know where their bread is buttered. And honestly, as much as they complain, they love complaining. They love saying how incompetent we are. They love saying how we don't do the right things. They love saying how much we don't care. My God, if somebody is that bad, get out. Why don't you bitches just get out? I know this is striking a nerve with people listening to me right now. I don't care if you're the poor guy who's just getting the crap kicked out of him or the ball-busting bitch. If this somehow sounds familiar to you, call me.
Tom. 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866. Yo, amigo. Come join the party of the year on Cinco de Mayo. Broadcast live from Camacho's in the City of Industry. For details, go to blowmeuptom.com. The Tom Leykis Show.
It's the Tom Leykis Show at 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for being part of our program. We appreciate it. It's Richard on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Tom, listen, I was just listening to you about what you were just saying, and it's happening to me, exactly what you just mentioned. And I'm in a tough situation where it's I don't know what to do. See, I can't. Right now, I'm a musician, and I can't. The gigs I'm getting aren't paying the rent. She's making more money than me, but she's busting my ass every day. Okay, so talking about wiping the floor, she doesn't do anything around here. But I'm mostly rehearsing, practicing, and just getting my chops totally up to par. And she knows a lot of producers and everything like that. She's going to help me out, get me all these gigs, and it really sometimes she knows the people, but it just doesn't come through sometimes. And I mean, I've auditioned for a lot of people. I mean, I've been playing guitar all my life. And that's the only thing.
But did you ever make real money doing it?
Yeah, I did. At one time, I did.
How long ago?
About a God, about 6 years ago.
Were you married at that time?
No, I was married, and I was never married, but I got a 19-year-old and a 16-year-old. And they're living with my mother because she hates my mother. She can't stand my mother. So
why did you marry somebody who can't stand your mother?
I never married her. No, we never got married.
Why are you with her?
Why am I with this girl right now?
So she can support you?
Well, she's helping me, put it that way. I'm not going to lie about it.
So let me point something out to you. You're 48 years old.
Right.
Why do you need help at 48 years old? Why did you let yourself get into this situation?
Well, because we fell in love in a way, and we fell in love.
You didn't fall in love. She was looking to meet a musician, and you were a musician. So she fell in lust, and you needed someone to help pay for the groceries.
Well, not necessarily.
Like most musicians.
I make a good income. What I make, but not as much as her, but I make enough.
How much?
I make about $2,500 a month.
$2,500 a month?
Right. Well, it just helps, just basically pays the bill.
Dude, do you know how much that is?
Peanuts. It's peanuts.
That's $30,000 a year.
That's nothing.
Son,
nothing,
you're 40.
She makes about...
Wait a minute. You're 48 years old.
I know. I'm sitting here on my ass with my... I know.
How did that happen?
I'm just... But listen, the thing is, I don't know what to do. And she is just haggling me every day about some baloney that it's just...
Hey, there's no free lunch, pal.
I know. That's true. But the way I'm not sure what the heck to do at this point.
In the beginning, it was enough that you were a musician and you were boning her. How old is she?
I'm a musician.
But now that she's gotten under the hood, and now that the original wild, hot, crazy sex has died down, she has finally come to realize, hate to say it, dude, you're a loser. You're $30,000 a year at 48 years old. I mean, come on now. Now that the sex isn't what it was in the beginning, now she realizes what she's gotten herself into.
But I still have my chops.
It doesn't matter. If nobody sees that,
I'm waiting for the gig to happen.
Everybody, fine, and there are people waiting to win lotto, too, okay? But the point is that gig may never come.
But this gig, listen, he's a producer for a very famous TV show I won't mention, but I'm going to be teaching him guitar. Plus, he wants me to play on the show doing a steady gig.
But it hasn't happened. And let me tell you something about TV.
2 weeks. It's supposed to happen in 2 weeks.
No, you're going to find out in 2 weeks. Otherwise, you'd know now.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. You call me a loser, call me whatever you want.
I'm being honest. Look, dude, somebody has got to, you want me to be honest with you? Do you want me to treat you with kid gloves? I'm trying to help you.
I want you to.
But you have to be honest with yourself. You have to be honest with yourself. I understand that, but you sold out.
I did. And
so now you're paying for it.
I mean, I'm paying for it in a lot of ways that are just inconceivable to me because
they're inconceivable to you.
I want to leave.
You can join the AARP in 2 years and you make $30,000 a year.
I'm making peanut, I know, but the thing is, I need pros. I don't need these garage bands.
Whose fault is that?
I want people that are...
Whose fault is that? Whose fault is that?
They put me in the...
Can you ever take responsibility for yourself? Whose fault is it that you are where you're at in your career?
I've known this girl since junior high.
That's irrelevant.
Think about it. Junior high.
You are ignoring me.
I'm not. Okay.
Yes, you are. You're ignoring me.
I'm trying not to.
Whose fault is it that you are in your fault? It's not her fault. By the way, she may be completely unreasonable. It doesn't matter. It's your fault that you make $30,000 a year and you're 48 years old. That's your fault.
That's true, but
and it's your fault that you used the power of sexuality, of being a musician, being able to attract a woman who made more money than you did. It's your fault that you became dependent upon that person. And, of course, that's always a limited time offer because sex is never as good as it is the first 3 to 6 months you're having sex with somebody. And so down the line, it's a guarantee that eventually a woman is going to realize that you're a loser who makes $30,000 a year.
The sex is still good, but the haggling and everything else.
But the sex is not what it was in the beginning because it was so powerful for her, she let you move in.
I know. We bought this house. We got this house together.
Who pays for it?
We both do.
Come on, where do you live? Where do you live? Inglewood? Where do you live? Compton? Where?
West Hills, California.
West Hills. How much was your house?
About for 500. A lot. Well,
500,000?
About over 5.
600,000?
Yeah.
$600,000.
Close.
So a $600,000 house, the mortgage payment has got to be $3,000 a month at least.
It is.
Right. So if you're only making $3,000 a month, you couldn't possibly be paying 50%.
That's right, so I'm stuck in a hard place.
But the two of you didn't buy this house. She bought it and you moved into it.
No, but she has no credit. She was bankrupt. She's going to a divorce with this other pedophile character, and now.
Oh my God, you're killing me, Larry.
She's getting a divorce from him, and she's filed for bankruptcy. She just crashed her car, and oh God, I hope her friends are.
Oh my.
Are we on the air right now?
On the air? Hold on, I'll get Tom for you. The Tom Leykis Show at 1-800-5800-TOM. Richard. Hello?
Yeah, hi, it's Richard.
Hi.
I went over a little situation I'm in.
Who are you talking to, the screener?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
But, yeah, I'm in a situation where we're doing like a 50-50 deal on everything, but I'm getting haggled to death.
50-50?
I'm a musician. Yeah, I can hear you perfectly.
I said, well, no, you can't hear me. There's dogs in the background, and I said 50-50.
Oh, you can hear the dogs?
Yes, I can hear the dogs.
Let me shut the door. Okay, all right. Well, anyway, it's just a situation. I'm a musician, and she knows a lot of people, a lot of producers, a lot of people that are in the business.
So you're paying for the house 50-50?
Correct.
So how much was the house?
About
$600,000. So the mortgage on that ought to be about $3,000 a month. So you're paying $1,500 a month to the mortgage?
Right.
Right. And how much is your income? About $200,000 a year?
But are you kidding? If it was that right now, I wouldn't be here.
How much is it?
No, I'm making $2,500 a month.
$2,500 a month?
Right.
But the mortgage is $3,000 or more a month. So how can you be paying at 50-50?
That's why I couldn't make it here.
Well, you're not paying at 50-50.
I know. She's helping.
How much do you actually pay?
Everything I got goes to this house and everything, food and everything else.
So, but wait a minute. Just the mortgage itself has got to be $3,000 a month.
It is.
It's probably more than that, right?
That's whatever she comes in. She comes in with the regular bills and
but the mortgage alone, is more than you make.
A little bit. I make close to $3,000. Close to $3,000.
Close to $3,000. So under $3,000 a month.
Well, it's between two and three usually. But the point is, I'm getting haggled to death. I got caught in I've known this girl since junior high. Okay, and then we just fell in love. Now I'm in love with her in a way that...
But has she? So she's been with you since junior high. You've been together now for 35 years?
On and off, but I've known her since there. I knew her since then.
So she didn't marry anybody but you. You're the only person...
She got married to a guy that went to prison for pedophilia.
I see.
And now
and that's the love of your life.
Right. And then I had to hear all about that baloney. And so that she's still married to him. And now
she's still married to him.
And she has to pay for all his crap that he screwed up on.
Oh. So she's in love with losers. That's what she likes.
Well, I wouldn't consider myself a loser, Tom.
Well, how much money do you make?
Well, money isn't really a factor with me. See,
it's not a factor with you.
The right gig at the right. I need the right gig. Is all I need.
Yeah, but how come you're 48 years old and you haven't got the right gig?
I used to teach doctors in Europe, right?
You used to teach doctors what, brain surgery?
For 5 years. 5 years.
What were you teaching doctors in Europe? You were teaching doctors to do procedures? Huh?
Well, excuse me?
What were you teaching doctors in Europe? How to do heart surgery?
Medical terminology.
You were teaching medical terminology.
Right.
And how to play the guitar.
Yeah, I was playing doing gigs there, too. Yeah, all over Berlin.
Playing gigs and teaching medical terminology.
Correct.
And then what happened? Where did you turn south?
The Gulf War broke out, and then I said, I don't want my kids here. I'm taking them back. I took them, and
so you make $30,000 a year because of the Gulf War.
A long time ago.
So it's because of the Gulf War.
Well, yeah, I was too afraid.
Which was 17 years ago.
Hungry. And,
so back 17 years ago, the Gulf War broke out. About a third of your life has passed since then. Because of that, you only make $30,000 a year. Is that right?
Pretty much.
Because of the Gulf War.
No, it's not just that. I just haven't had the right opportunity.
Why haven't you had the right opportunity?
Well, because it's complex. To me, it's
well, I'm
complex.
listening. Go ahead. Tell me.
Okay. She. God, her friends are going to kill me if they hear this on air. But I'm in love with her in a way. But
in a way.
But the thing is,
you love her money.
No, it's not money with me.
You wouldn't have a place to live if she didn't pay.
Physical things aren't even that to me.
Really?
It's more than that.
Well, why do you worry? Why don't you just move out if you're so unhappy?
I'm more complex of a person than that, Tom.
I see. Well, why don't you just get yourself a pup tent and move to a freeway underpass somewhere?
That would be nice. If
have you tried the
money in my pocket?
Have you tried the 4-level interchange downtown? Fantastic. You got all the major freeways right there. You got the 5. You got the 110.
I didn't know.
You got the 101.
I've had a lot of opportunities, but this one opportunity that's coming up hopefully is going to save my butt. And, but the point is that you don't know if it will or it won't. Well, I'll know in 2 weeks. I'll know.
Well, right now you have no opportunities, and you're 48 and you make $30,000 a year.
She knows a lot of producers, a lot of people.
Well, why is this up to her? Why do you need her?
Well, because she has known these people for years.
Well, why do you need her? Don't you have other contacts? Don't you have an agent?
Yeah,
don't you have a manager?
I want a band that's already established. I need people that know what they're doing.
Whose fault is it that you don't have that?
Bro, that's what I'm looking.
I mean, why?
It's hard to find people like
Why
that.
isn't Trent Reznor calling my show and saying this? Why are you calling and he doesn't?
I don't. You got me on that one. I don't know.
I'm just curious.
I don't know, but I know.
Why is it? I heard.
TV shows right
I
now.
listened to KY today. Tom Petty is with a second group in addition to his own. They play Tom Petty all day on there. I heard.
Well, there's this one guy.
How come you have a problem and these guys don't?
Teaching him guitar. From there, if he likes what I do, he's going to put me on his TV shows on a regular.
But he hasn't yet. And the question is, let's talk about what's happened so far. You're 48. You can't find a band. And you're depending on your girlfriend, who's married to some other pedophile.
But hasn't seen him in 3 years.
Fine. Why does it matter what she does? You know, I've been married 4 times. I've never depended upon a wife or a girlfriend to help me get a gig, ever.
I got a 19-year-old and a 16-year-old, too, but aren't living with me.
What does that have to do with anything?
Well, kids mean something when you have them. Kids are important.
But that's not the point. So because you have kids...
I have to give them
money. Let me understand
too.
this. Because you have kids, you can't find the right band?
No, that's not what I'm talking about.
What are you talking about? Why can't you find the right band?
The right place at the right
because
time.
Your girlfriend who's married to some other pedophile?
Sometimes it's a matter of luck. It's a matter
So it's the job of your girlfriend who's married to the pedophile to help find you a band to play with.
That guy's he's history. He's whatever he's about. He's a freak. I never met him.
I see.
I don't know.
Okay. All right. Well, I got to tell you, it's been a little slice of heaven. This has been just wonderful, and I cannot figure out why she's dissatisfied with you.
Like it. 1-800-5800-TOM. Like 1-800-5800-866.
I got at least 10 women I can call right now who are between the 7 and the 10 who will come over here and do my every desire because of the things that Tom likes and taught me.
It's the Tom Leykis Show.
From Hollywood, it's the Tom Leykis Show. At 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. What is it with chicks who are complaining about us? Why don't they ever leave? Bree on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Great.
I started laughing when you started talking about that because my mom is the exact same way, and my dad just lets her walk all over him. And it pisses me off because she tries to do it to her children, too. But none of us will put up with it, and my dad just sits there like a little bitch and puts up with it every day. And you wonder why he's so unhappy.
Well, I don't wonder why he's so unhappy. I wonder why he stays. But more importantly, if she's the one complaining, I wonder why she stays.
And that's what I don't understand either. And I've even said something to her about it. I'm like, if you don't like the way anything is going on around here, why don't you just leave? I'm like, all you ever do is complain to my dad about everything.
What does she say about that?
She doesn't have anything to say about that. She can't say anything about that because she's not going to leave.
Because she loves making him miserable.
Exactly. And women like that are always going to be like that. They're never going to change.
That's right.
The way that they are.
That's right.
So I just thought that was really funny.
You know, I'm telling guys right now, the next time the chick you're with complains, just tell her, there's the door.
Exactly.
There it is.
I've even said that to my mom before, too, because she tries to get on me about things, and it's like, you can't. Just, you have to stop. Otherwise, we'll start ripping into you.
That's right.
So, thanks for that today.
Thank you.
All right, bye.
Appreciate the call. 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number here. This is Rick. Rick is listening to our online stream in Enid, Oklahoma on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Tom, how you doing, man?
Doing okay, Rick?
Man, I'm doing good, man. I just got turned on to you about 3 weeks ago from a guy from Oregon, and he's going through a terrible divorce, but I've listened to you, and I finally got my balls reattached. Gonna fix this little situation up. I've been married to this girl for about 3 years. We've only lived together for about 8 months just because of some situation. But, man, when she moved in, her first complaint to me was that I didn't let her do enough. You know, before she moved in, I was doing my own laundry, doing my own cooking, working on the house, having a good time, just taking care of business. When she moved in, I kept basically performing the same way. I got the complaints and all the tears, all the waterworks. I don't let her do enough. So I said, okay, let her do all the duties, the cooking, the cleaning, all that stuff, and I kept on doing my thing. Next complaint I get is that I act like I don't need her around, which I really don't. I act like I don't need her around, and she does, and she does everything for me. So I'm like, I'm asking her, what exactly do you want from me? She's like, oh, I just need you to love me, and I just need you to hold me. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to be your teddy bear. I'm a grown man. I'm not going to be your teddy bear as my job. It turns out the only reason she wants to do that is to keep me on lockdown, so that she always knows what's going on with me. She wants to keep me on lockdown constantly. But I'll tell you what, she went out of town this past weekend, and I had the time of my life. There's a lot of tail out there, man.
So you're getting it?
Yeah, I got it.
You're getting all the tail.
Oh, I'm not getting the tail. I'm married, so I'm not getting the tail yet. But I did speak to a lawyer today, so I'll be getting that tail pretty soon.
All right. Now, you're still having sex with her?
Very, very rarely, yes.
Well, why ever?
Well, after today, it's probably going to be never again, so. Because,
what happens if she accidentally gets pregnant?
I bet she's probably scheming that. I know holes in the condoms. I've been listening religiously. I've been downloading your podcast, and I've been listening to you probably 5 hours a day. So I know everything you're going to say, and you're absolutely right.
I love it.
Absolutely right.
Well, good luck, Rick. Thank you for the call. It's 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. Here's Rod on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
How do you do?
I'm doing great.
Excellent. Man, I confess, I was a terrible, terrible husband. I was such a terrible husband because I spent my money any way I pleased. One day after work, I stopped at the motorcycle store, bought myself another motorcycle. She's calling me while I'm buying another motorcycle. Says, where are you? Says, I'm buying another bike. You'll see it when I get home. So I get home. I'm such a terrible husband. How dare you buy another motorcycle instead of buying me jewelry?
Oh, boy.
So from there, it just got worse. I said, well, the sports cars and my motorcycles weren't a problem before we got married. If it's a problem now, then I'll just divorce you, and that'll be that. Oh, no, you can't divorce me. I says, why not? I won't sign anything. Well, let's see what my attorney has to say about that. So
she didn't have to sign anything.
That's right, she didn't. And so I divorced her. But, the worst part was because this is California, I guess. I don't know if it's like that in other states. I'm not originally from here. I'm originally from Europe. But what's happened was my lawyer told me to move out of my own house until she was out of there. Because I guess what they do over here is these women, their lawyer tells them to file false domestic violence claims on you.
Yep, that's true.
And then then you lose your job, and stuff like that.
You've got a good lawyer.
Yeah, so I actually moved out of my house. I rented an apartment. Actually, I rented a room from a friend of mine's house, almost next door, so I could keep an eye on my stuff, you know. And it took about 6 months to kick her out of there. And you're right, when you say you need a forklift, you need a forklift, you know. You really do. But, yeah, I got her out of here and out of my life. And, you know, it was an amazing thing how they can play such a good role before you sign the contract. They are pretty much everything you want them to be. And as soon as they think they got you legally bound, well, guess what? They change into their real self.
That's right.
And that's and that's when the real self comes out. And you're sitting there in a daze going, who are you? I didn't know you. I never met you before. Where did you come from?
That's exactly right.
So, you know, needless to say, that only lasted a couple of years, and I got rid of her. But again, because it is the way these laws are here, how badly they screw men here, I actually had to pay her alimony for half the length of the marriage, even though we were only married for 2 years. And I had to actually pay her to get the hell out. And the best thing that happened is, you know, I did not let her trick me into getting her pregnant, which she tried very hard. But
of course she did.
Yeah, she tried very hard. It was amazing because she actually told me, unless we have unprotected sex, we're not going to have sex. I said,
Great.
well, so I told her, well, you're not going to have sex, but there's plenty of it out there. Oh, how can you do that? I said, very easily.
Hey, let me ask you this question, Rod. Did you get married because you needed to get a green card? Why'd you get married?
No, sir. I'm a citizen. I'm a U.S. citizen.
Uh-huh.
The reason I got married is because I thought I was, you know, old enough and mature enough. I was 43 at the time. And I'm sorry, I was 42 at the time. And I decided, okay, I'm done. You know, I'm going to settle down, find someone nice, and find someone that's not American. And guess what? She was Chinese. And I got news for you. These Chinese girls, they learn they're bigger gold diggers than American girls.
Well, you know, you'll notice when I talk about dating women who are not American, my experience with Chinese girls, and there may be some spectacular Chinese girls, but it has been pretty difficult. I have found women who are Chinese as women to date to be hard to get to know. They don't want their families knowing that you're dating them. And when you get them in the sack, they're like a bag of ice that you pick up at the 7-Eleven. Cold as possibly they can possibly be. That's been my experience.
Yeah, you know, that's pretty accurate. And but the biggest thing is that old saying that you never know what they're thinking is absolutely correct. It is absolutely correct.
Yeah.
They're always planning and planning and planning on how to get the most money out of every situation. And unfortunately, you know, several cases I know of that other guys got screwed royally with these Taiwanese or Chinese girls, you know.
Will you ever get married again?
No, sir, absolutely not. That's not an option. I'm not interested. I've done a lot of research now about this subject, and marriage basically is just a scam. And the man is much better off just living by himself. And the man that cannot live by himself, then there's something fundamentally wrong with him. I don't know if it was his upbringing or whatever it was, but you have to be able to be totally self-sufficient. And then if you find a woman that has her own house, and then it's just like a bonus, like an addition to your life. But anything more than that, it's really just not worth it. I don't see the point.
You know what I always say, why buy when you can lease?
Yeah, that sounds about right. And you know,
you put 20 or 30,000 miles on it, then you bring it back to the dealer and get a new one.
That's pretty much it. And you're right when you say a maid and a prostitute are much cheaper than a wife. That's no doubt about that.
And a cook.
And the cook, well, I cook really well, so that doesn't even bother me.
Perfect.
But I'll tell you a little joke. You probably know this one. You know, that marriage is a 3-ring circus. You know, you have the engagement ring, the wedding ring, and then you got the house arrest ring on your ankle.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's exactly right, Ron. All right, thank you for the call. It's 1-800-5800-TOM. Alex on the Tom Leykis show. Hello.
Hey, Tom. Good afternoon. I've been hearing from you for a long time.
Have I been calling you in my sleep or something? What's been happening?
Just fell asleep till I found your show, and
Ah.
you've spoken a lot of things in my mind and made me wake up from my deep sleep.
Look at that.
Appreciate the service you do for every man out there, and who don't listen to you, they have to find you. Because if without you, I was lost. I was in a dark room, and now that I found you, I got my pants back. I'm 25. I have a daughter. I got married. Don't ask me why. I was not knowing you at the time, or else I wouldn't have done it. My wife always complains that I'm not doing stuff. Now I have a good paying job. She complains that I don't give her enough money. I give her half of what everything we got. I go half on all the bills because I found out that I give her extra money, she'll blow it. And I'm only 25 and I'm ready for the end of my life. Well, I'm trying to invest for the, later in my life.
Oh, wait a minute. You don't sound happy.
I'm not happy, Tom.
So
I'm not.
Let me guess. She popped out a kid or something on you, and that's why you're still there.
Yeah. That's why eventually I got married. Everybody started talking to me in my head, telling me that my daughter needed 2 parents. She needed a mom, a husband, a wife. I fell into that trance. I didn't, and believe me, if I would have been listening to you, I would have never done it, Tom.
Well, it's not too late to get out, Alex.
I know. I'm only 25, and see, the thing is that I'm realizing this, and she has a feeling that I am about to do it. So she's just trying to everything possible now.
By the way, she's putting holes in the condom. Are you using condoms, Alex?
Oh, I'm not even having sex no more, Tom.
Good. Is she trying to have sex with you?
Yes, all the time.
Because she wants to have another baby.
Yeah, and she's told me that many, many of times, and I told her I have 1 kid. That's it. That's all I need right now. Any other kids are going to slow me down of my dreams. It's bad enough that I'm hardly around this one.
That's right.
Another one through the same situation, I can't do that.
Yep.
And she just has that mom instinct in her that she needs to have more kids, perhaps to lock me down with those handcuffs so I won't be able to go anywhere, or the child support that comes behind it.
That's right.
I just don't understand, but, thanks to you, I found out the truth about a woman. They're, like you said, they're just a pleasure to be around and everything till you get them down and you walk down the aisle and they change the person they really are.
Right. The minute they get you to sign the contract, now you're going to find out all the things they hate about you.
Exactly, Tom. I mean, I don't throw out the trash. I'm hardly home. She'll complain why I don't clean. I tell her I'm hardly home. I'm not here. What mess do I make? I come home, I take a shower, go to sleep, get back up, go to work. Then she complains to me that I don't give her enough attention, that I'm always out with my friends. And I'll tell her,
You're out with your friends because she's insufferable. Our email address, tom@blowmeuptom.com.
The Tom Leykis Show.